All right, here's where we play some fancy music and welcome you to the MOTT live stream here for this week. For those who've never been here before, what is MOTT? It's our Machine Owner Technician Training Program, and as part of that, we're committed to doing a live stream every couple weeks here. This is just sort of our kickoff one right now, so it wasn't announced on our YouTube page. But as you saw on the intro screen, we are going live here in February. So you can join up membership. And what we do here is we're going to have a live stream where we talk some troubleshooting issues. And then for the paying members, we're going to jump over on our own Google Meet session where we can do Q&A and I can present some other interesting information around the machines and repair and things that you won't tend to get out on the internet. So why am I doing this from home with a blank background? Well, my first practice run of this 2 weeks ago, I was just getting over flu A, so I was rough. Well, I got well for a week and headed to Orlando with MK to visit our daughter. And I think the theme parks gave me a little gift to take back home because a couple days ago I tested positive for COVID. So I am secluded here at home and I haven't stopped working for you here. We got some customers that can vouch for that. We even did video calls into the evening to get some things taken care of. So we'll talk a little bit about that because I thought that'd be a good place to start. So what we're going to be covering today on the call is talking about the MOTT program going live and what that means. Then we're going to get into this troubleshooting area of knowing the difference between skip stitches, long stitches, what they mean. And then I'll share the story through the troubleshooting process of long and skip stitches that we figured out we needed to get the machine timed, and we would time the machine and it would go out of time after just a little usage. All right, so stay tuned for that. That's going to be really cool. So at that point, though, we will be inviting our members. And for right now, if you do get on this call live, I will explain exactly how to do it. And for this week only, it will be open to everybody to jump on. Should be very simple. And I'll share some interesting information about the latest Amara firmware update. And then if we have time, I'll talk a little about the MOXie and the Simply 16 on the PS Lite, where I think things are going with that. And of course, I will take Q&A from anyone that wants it. So that's what we're going to start with. So let's see. If I slide this out of the way, I think you saw my fancy graphic on the intro here. Most everybody who's on here watching this, I will get this posted before February 1st. But if you end up going online, you can get to, all right, and forgive me for getting too many windows open up here. I'm going to have to find that one. Okay, my incognito window here. So here's the link to get to it. I will post it at the bottom of the YouTube page here. Members obviously know it's there. And so basically, we will start accepting paying members at this time. So we won't go into great detail here for those of you that don't know about it. Please go through here and read about it, check it out, see if it fits your situation, and we'd be glad to have you on as a member. Okay, we do talk about this waiver of liability. This is blessed by Handy Quilter, meaning they're not going to throw stones at you for being a person who is working with us to work on your machine, but the FAQ is down here and check it out. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that because most of the people here already know, but for those who don't, all right. So the next item we're going to talk about is skipped or long stitches. And here again, a well-practiced situation I do not have here. Hold on, I lost that. You know what I did? I think some of you may have seen me do that. Here's a little trick. When you slide something off the side and you can't get back to it, you can go do the move and bring it back up. Okay, there we go. So part of the older troubleshooting guide we have online here on the university, which even premium members had access to, had a discussion about knowing the difference between long and skipped stitches. I was going to make this a test, but I'm just going to point it out right now, and I'll zoom in here as much as I can to get that picture in there. Now, skipped stitches is the fact that the needle went down but did not connect with the bottom thread, and so it came back up. So this is an indication that the skipped stitches happened, and then they started stitching again. You can see it at several places here, okay? That's a skipped stitch. There's a hole in the fabric. Long stitches are longer gaps where there aren't holes. Now this is not the greatest. You can see it's stitched well over here, and all of a sudden it started having problems. Okay, so in the case of long stitches and skip stitches, I want you to think about this and answer it yourself. What is the likely problem with skip stitches? That would be timing. That the hook and basket and the needle going down, that's a little bit off, and it starts to skip stitches. The needle gets bent or pulled a little bit going certain directions. It's a very precision machine. That is a timing issue, okay? Totally different when you start getting long stitches. That means the machine's regulation, you know, I want 11 stitches per inch, is not working. Okay, something's happening during those periods of time. Okay, 95% of the time, if you're having encoder issues or long issues, it's the encoders or the cables related to the encoders. Okay, now in this picture, assuming this is x-axis left and right and y-axis up down, this would be the x-axis, which in this picture over here, the y-axis is governed by the y encoder on the side of the machine. The x-axis is governed by this encoder. Now this is straight from the cable management document here. Most problems people have with long stitches are these cables interfering with the X encoder, bumping it off, pulling the plug out, or this cable gets broken, damaged, or these little ferrite beads get pushed all the way to the top and they start pulling out the connector, making it intermediate. All of that is covered in this guide, which I showed everybody last call. It's just on our support website. So if you end up, and because I'm zoomed in here, it just looks different. But if you go to the main MK Quilts page, you click for support, and then you scroll down. Well, actually, you can take the shortcut by clicking the Self-Help Start Here button, and it scrolls you down. And here's your cable management best practices. These documents will solve 99% of your troubleshooting problems. So here you go, free of charge. Now, let's say you do identify a problem where you do need to do timing, you do need to fix something else. That is what MOTT is for. You can wait for a technician to come on site. and pay them $300 and wait a week. I don't know. There's enough bad stories out there that you do want to participate in our machine owner technician training capability. Oh, my voice is starting to go. All right, let's reduce that down there. So what happened this week with a customer was we started out looking at long stitches, and then we started seeing skip stitches and found out, yeah, they had an incident earlier. They had retimed their machine, but curiously, it kept going out of time. Okay. It takes a lot of time because we didn't want to assume there were bigger problems. But once we knew we had a good timing in place, had good stitching, and it jumped out, and when it's out of time, it jumps out quite a bit. That was an indication to me that the belt had slipped. And guess what? I put this picture in here for a reason. That is the belt that can be too loose. And loose is relative. What I suspect happened in this case is that they had a jam up and it caused the belt to maybe stretch just a little bit, get a little looser. So what we had to do was actually open the case, adjust this lower mechanism down here to tighten the belt, and the problems went away. So there's your little troubleshooting discussion, and we start bridging into repair as well there. So guess what time it is? I am going to check the chat here before we move over to our discussion here, and understanding that the chat and what you're seeing is about 15 seconds behind me actually talking, so there will be some delay in things. All right. All right, so yes, I will actually give you a demonstration of doing it as well as a shortcut. Yes, Leah, this is my second bout of COVID. It's the Paxlovid 5-day package seems to be doing it, though it makes your mouth taste like gasoline or really bad. So, all right, so yes. Guess what? I made it as simple as possible here because we are going to use the service Google Meet video link, and it's open, so anyone right now could be going to our support page and getting on that ahead of me. Because I've got cameras running here, if I join up, the cameras are going to get conflicted, so I am going to just demonstrate using our website here. There's a support link, but there's always this blue button because support comes first. You get in here, you scroll down a little bit, and you click. Okay. Now I'm in an incognito window here, which maybe I'll explain it another time, which is why I'm being asked to provide all of this. Something's wrong with the camera. Yeah, I'm already using it. Okay. So basically, you'll be able to click the join and join into the meeting here. So what I would ask everybody to do is I'm going to stop streaming to YouTube right now. This YouTube post will go public here before the 1st. And then anything we discuss in the Google Meet, I got distracted by a posting there, will be posted to the forum with a link to a unlisted YouTube recording. If I remember to hit record now here when I get to Google Meet. Now, I do want to say something else that as you read through this program is not part of premium, okay? Our premium membership is for people who want to learn to use their machine. The MOTT program is for those who want to learn to repair their machines, the things you usually pay for the technician. Even timing was something that went in that gray area where we were teaching people and selling timing kits long before other people. So there are two separate fees, and you'll see for a reason, because there's a lot of other benefits that we're going to be providing. So, all right, for all of those who just tied in, I know this is only 15 minutes long, but I only have so much energy today. I invite you to check out our program and join us here with the other technical minds, and we'll continue on Google Meet in just 2 minutes. All right. Everyone have a great day. I'll see you over there.